Welcome back to Valencia. We are on the run-in now in this second season. Currently top of the La Liga table with 9 games to go for ourselves, 10 games to go for Real Madrid, 3 points to gap head-to-head in their favour. We need to make sure we outscore Real Madrid in the run-in to win this La Liga title here, Season 2 with Valencia. You can see we have another offer that's come in for Javi Guerra, this time Barcelona. We shall try and negotiate with them. Atleti came in, didn't meet anywhere near our valuation. Real Madrid came in and didn't even want to negotiate at all. We'll see what Barcelona say. Added to that, we offered Mo Salah a new deal. He signed in the summer. We offered him a new deal in January. I've just updated my game with the latest update that has supposedly fixed some of the other contract issues, and Mo Salah has asked me for another new contract. I think this is a different bug to the ones that they've just fixed. This is just a running theory. We offered Mo Salah an extension in January, but we didn't. Sorry, rephrase. We offered Mo Salah a new deal in January, but we didn't add any extension to the time left on his current contract. And I think because we didn't add any time extension, it's not registered or remembered that he recently signed a new contract. So he's now asking for another new deal because he's only got 15 months left on his contract. And of course, I can't offer him one. So Salah is on the transfer list. That's probably going to thrill the majority of you. But Salah looks like he's going to force his way out the club. I physically cannot afford to offer Javi Guerra the deal that he wants, and now he's not available for renegotiation anyway. So it seems that Javi Guerra is looking to force his way out of the club as well. I mean, there's a lot of money on the table there, but it would suck if I end up losing both of these players in the manner in which it looks like we might be losing them. They've come up to 69. I really don't want to sell for anything less than 80 for Javi Guerra. I really don't. 72. He's got 2 and a bit years left on his deal. I could just let the deal run down and keep him at the club unhappy. They won't pay the 80 mil. I might be forced to sell Javi Guerra for about 75. I mean, 75 million euro is still a lot of money, but for a 23-year-old with really good potential that's already 84 rated, I would kind of like as much as possible, quite frankly. So today we have Real Sociedad to begin, and then we've got the Europa League quarter-finals, first and second legs today against Tottenham Hotspur. Lots of insecure jobs in the Premier League and in Italy as well, and Germany, and Spain as it happens. No female jobs available at the minute. In fact, no jobs are actually available at the moment. They're all just very insecure, apart from the Heidenheim boss, who's resigning at the end of the season. So it's intriguing to see that there's so many people running the risk of losing their jobs right now. I will be doing a journeyman save after this Valencia save, where we'll have harsh board expectations, and we'll be working our way up from the bottom of the game, from like a really lowly ranked side, probably not in the English leagues. And then we'll be working our way around, trying to get to the very top of the footballing pyramid, either with a club that we're at by going on a bit of a run with them, or from bouncing to club. To be honest, I'm probably going to get sacked a few times along the way. And we should have quite a career mode journey. But the journey at the minute is focusing solely on Valencia. And the first game here is against Real Sociedad away from home. Real Madrid have won their match day 29, so they now are top of the table on the head-to-head. I have a feeling we might finish second to Real Madrid this season, but I'm going to do everything I can to ensure that we win the league. Do drop the video a like if you're continually enjoying this Valencia save. I'd appreciate it very much. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this save, or of course the Crystal Palace save, which comes to you every weekday as well. Come and follow me on stream, and I'll see you away from home against Sociedad, or Sociedad as they're known on to my community on stream. Onana in goal for Real Sociedad. Fullback for them, Calvin Bassey and Connor Bradley in there. Herrera and Garocha holding. With Gomez, Sutic and Kubo on the right-hand side, and Borja Mayoral still their best striker here at the minute at 77 rated, but that midfield three behind Borja Mayoral is certainly going to be very creative, you would imagine. We are the best defensive side in the division by a margin, actually. So we've been very good at keeping the ball out. And not bad at getting the ball in either. But we've had a couple of 0-0 draws recently. One including the game in the league against Bilbao. We were able to score against them in the cup. But in the league, we ran out a 0-0 draw. Oh. Alright, Takafusa. Chill, mate. So hopefully they keep shooting like that and we can keep them out. And we'll just have to wait and see if we can get a win. We will be changing the sliders for the next save after this. And for the next season after this, here, and I would have already implemented this in the Palace second season, we are going to be turning on player-based difficulty as well. Not competitive thingy, whatever it's called. But player-based difficulty is what we will implement. I think the competitive thing is when they'll just do too many skill moves for the sake of doing skill moves. And we've already kind of adjusted that with the sliders, as we've previously mentioned. But we will turn player-based difficulty on and see if it, well, quite frankly, just adds to the difficulty. Because I am aware that we're not conceding that many goals in this save. And I would like to try and remedy that whilst still maintaining a level of me actually being half decent. I keep loitering about 30 yards out from their goal and they're not actually getting any further. Then they're countering and they're not really getting anywhere near my goal either. And it's a bit of a stalemate at the minute in this first half, 35th minute, and now the goalkeeper really has had much to do. Salah will get this across here to a Greenwich. He's got a bit of space to get into if he's got the legs. Now we have Salah arriving here. Fati's going to make the run. And it's really well timed. And Ansu Fati's touch is not great. Off the top of the bar and over Javi Guerra. Well, Real Sociedad just got very lucky. A good stop from Onana that could have dropped in the goal. Could have dropped over the goal. In fact, dropped on the goal. And bounced over the man I was rushing in with to try and poke it home. Could we maybe find a goal yet still? Looking for Mo Salah. Oh, surely from here. The man that's trying to force his way out after only just arriving gives us a 1-0 lead. Out wide to Javi Lopez. Oh, tried to double up on him. He's just turned inside both of them. Dave with a big save. Didn't really go anywhere when he stopped it, but stopping it was the most important thing in that moment. That's the sort of thing that we would have seen, perhaps, deflected to an offensive player in previous iterations of the game. Really couldn't be happier, I don't think, with goalkeepers this year on FC26. And I know that the majority of you guys agree. Significantly improved in most, if not all, fronts goalkeepers this year. So, fingers crossed that continues to be the case. Dave making another impressive stop there as we say thank you to Connor for becoming a member on the YouTube channel, which is very generous. Thank you, Connor. As Sociedad fire wide this time. Yilmaz in behind and to the byline and across the box. 2-0 win against Real Sociedad in the last minute. Ayothi Perez with his 4th goal of the season in 9 games. Dub. Final whistle sounds not long after. Right, good. That second half really was not great for us. I only had one chance in the second half and it was the bloody goal that went in. Yikes. Hopefully Real Madrid have got some really difficult games in their run-in. We have some difficult games in our run-in too. And staying injury-free is going to be important as well. We've not had an unexpected event for a little while, actually. So, half anticipating something to come our way soon. Spurs versus Valencia in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Leg number 1 on the way. Well, the police are out in force for this one in London. Not sure the Valencia Ultras are that violent, are they? Tottenham have got a very good side here. They made some particularly impressive signings in this save as well. Thomas Frank. I don't know how good a job he's doing actually at Spurs in this save. He's still here, which means he's obviously doing a half-decent job. So let's see what Tottenham's like. Well, let's show you what Tottenham's lineup looks like. And here is Tottenham's lineup. Vicario in goal for them. Balde, Van der Ven, Danso and DeMarco. Maddison, Bentancur and Sarr. Kudus, Tell and Simmons. They do have Kulusevski as well, but he's currently suspended from this first leg. So we will more than likely see him in leg number 2 back in Spain. But here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, we're going to have to try our best to take as positive a result as we can back to the south of Spain. Tottenham are not a side I've massively struggled against in the Palace save, but Europe always plays a little bit different to the league, doesn't it? And obviously, I'm playing with my Valencia team, not my Palace side, so you can decide which one you think is the better team. Either way, I think we can match this Spurs team. And on our day, we could probably get the win. But whether we can do it twice, I don't know. Montiano's shot saved well by Vicario. Good building to begin with, though. I have to be honest. That was a decent move. Through the gap nicely to Matthijs Tel. Out wide here to DeMarco. Forward from left back. Nice turn, but I ran myself into a dead end there. Bentancur, Pat Matar Sarr, that's just reached its way. Oh, that's beautiful. Fair enough. That was unplayable. The little ball round the corner back to Matthijs Tel was dreamy. Called the keeper out, couldn't get there. 1-0 Spurs, and, well, deserved, quite frankly. His 5th goal in 10 Europa League games. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Spurs are kind of tearing me apart at the minute. I'm not doing very well right now. I've won that with Cambiasu. I think he's gone down and held his face there. Ansu Fati got that forward. We go all the way out to Barış Yilmaz, and we'll try and counter because I'm up against Bentancur, not Balde at the minute. Although, if I beat the man, there's not really anywhere to go with it. So we'll go back out here. Hauri Gazar and Yilmaz and Salah and Montiano. Danso thought it was going to go the other way. And Vicario is right there and in the way. The chance of an equaliser before the half-time whistle comes isn't fruitful enough for us, and we'll go in behind at the halfway stage of the first leg. So it's quarter time. Can we get to that? Correa tried. Up we go. Cambiasso. Next fixture for Tottenham is the London derby in the Premier League. This is building relatively well. And I think he might just be onside here, Montiano. Oh, it's got to be close. Was it close? Oh, it really was. I thought Danso had dropped a bit, and he did, look, but Vicario probably would have saved it anyway, but there are millimetres in it. But at this level, European quarter-finals, it is a game of fine margins, and at the minute the fine margins are in Tottenham's favour. The scoreline couldn't be a finer margin in their favour, but it might be a bigger margin now, and is. Maddison makes it 2-0 Spurs. Another really well-built move. Oh, it's just really well worked by Spurs. Simmons in behind. Maddison. Oh, they get a bit lucky. That was travelling. It was on its way. Harry Gazar's here. Oh, Prado's done him. Off the bench here, Javier Prado. Oh, here comes bloody Balde again, though. Harry Gazar and Prado again. Deliver it. Ah, oh, straight into the keeper's hands. Just haven't been good enough here against Spurs. With anything we've done. The passing's been alright, but not spectacular. The ability to win the ball back off them has been alright, but not spectacular. The chance creation's been alright, but you know what? Oh, and that was terrible. Still got another leg yet. It's 2-0. And Jesus Christ. And it might get worse in the leg number 2 back in Spain. This might just be pretty simple for Tottenham to see us off, unfortunately. Harry Gazar. Salah's done well. Through the gap. Prado. Get in. It's not over yet. We needed Spurs to make a big mistake. But we needed to also have the quality to punish them for doing so. And we have done. Lovely ball by Salah. Great run by Prado. And the finish is just what was needed as well. Okay. Alright. Okay. It is the history of the Tottenham. It looked offside to me too. That's the contact. I mean, I think he's off. DeMarco's back right foot must be just what plays him on. It's DeMarco's trailing leg. That's what plays him on. Because if you just look at upper body position, you think, Christ, that's off. But then look where DeMarco's trailing leg goes. That's really, really tight, but it's the correct call. I thought it was off in real time. It looked off from a couple of replay angles as well. It was only that sideline that we were able to see DeMarco's trailing leg close up and be like, there you go. We said it was a game of fine margins. They are just as tight and fine as ever. Solanke to Simmons. Let's not... Thank you. Let's not concede a third and still go into the second leg. 2 goals down. Yilmaz. Oh, I was just trying to spin DeMarco. I was trying to bait him in and then spin and go. Well, it will be 2-1 or 3-1. No chance for 2-2 now with the time as it is. Hit him on the leg. No. Not now, please. Maddison, is he going to go short? He is. It's going to have to be a good delivery when it comes. And it's not. Okay. Well, Spurs were the better side. They deserved the win in leg number 1. But we've proven that we can get past their defensive line. Keeping a clean sheet in the second leg is probably an impossibility. So we will have to score multiple times against Spurs, I think, if we're to go through. Okay. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. We're going to sim Girona. This will probably be the last game this season in the league that I sim. And then it's Spurs coming to us this time. Thought about taking them out. Didn't. And it's a 1-1 draw. Bogle? Jayden Bogle and Barry Yilmaz with the goals. What's that going to do for the league table? Not sure. We'll have a look once we've finished this second leg. I know Mo Salah's wage demands. Fuck off. I can't give him one. Well, at least my manager favour's fine. So let's just do what we can against Spuds and hope that the board don't hate me, because I think they wanted me to win this competition. I'll have a quick check. What did they want? What was my expectations this year? Reach the final. Oh, I'm not sure that's going to happen, Chief. Spurs then, lining up slightly differently. Carmona, Van der Ven, Danso, Balde. Kulusevski back from suspension and into the starting lineup. Solanke starts up top and Odebear on the left. I let the AI Thomas Frank pick his own team for this second leg. And it is significantly different, actually. We line up exactly as we did in leg number 1. So, and on a really soggy night in the south of Spain, we hope for La Remontada. We're going to need something special if we're to see this team off. Correa will have that. I need to get rid of it. That was not where that was supposed to go. Valde's well out of position now, though, so there might be some room for Ansu Fati to get into if he can get it under control eventually. There might also be a bit of room for Luis Montiano here, who's gotten around Van der Ven. We're level on aggregate. Spurs' backline crumbles inside the first 10 minutes. 7 goals in 9 Europa League appearances for Luis Montiano. And we are on parity with Tottenham. It is the history of the Tottenham. 2-2. Jesus Christ, Balde. Now you've got yourself out of position again. Never mind. He's pretty good in the air, isn't he? Alejandro Balde. That's a decision. One that they will regret. Spurs are certainly not lying down and just taking it. They're coming back at me. But now Yilmaz is coming back at them. And he's in behind Carmona here. And here's Montiano again. Oh! No! We lead by 3 goals to 2 on aggregate. Montiano out of the outside of his boot, out of his feet, under the crossbar, and in. La Remontada might be real. Oh, what a finish. Completely caught Vicario out by taking it so quickly. He just couldn't react. Ever rising until he hit the underside of the bar into the back of the net. Might be happening. Kulusevski. Balls. Solanke. No. Kudus is in. Oh, De Gea seems slow towards that. La remontada is on le pause. It's 3-3. Thomas Solanke's been really quiet for Spurs in this one. Greenwich. Oh, Maddison's just too aggressive. I didn't think he'd actually go for me there. He'd actually just stand off and just try and marshal it. He's gone for me again. Maddison running the midfield at the minute for Spurs here. And Odebear's in behind. I'm going to try and catch it with Correa rather than bring Boyomo out of position. Boyomo's come across of his own accord anyway. Ping. Oh my God, have you ever seen a better ball than that? Thierry Correa deserves a bonus or a pay rise or both. That assist, by the way. I have absolutely no words for how good that assist was. I thought I might have run it too far, actually, when the keeper started coming at me like that. Run it back. Run it back. Forget the finish. Forget the finish. That is Trent-esque. So Correa comes in, wins the ball here, turns, looks up, and sees Barış Yilmaz over there. And goes, I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to Trent Alexander-Arnold this. He's just Trent Alexander-Arnold it. Bosh. Unbelievable. 3-1. 4-3. La remontada is back on. Don't throw it away now. He says, Solanke out wide. Odebear's first touch is really good. Needed to be. Maddison. Bentancur. Dom Solanke. Useless. Why would you not keep that in play, Dave? He's just run at it and then let it go out for a bloody corner. It is the history of the Tottenham. Valencia's remontada is complete. Spurs are out of the Europa League at the quarter-final stage, and we march onwards towards the semis. Also through are Olympiacos over Atalanta, who turn around their first leg defeat. Benfica are able to get through against Genk after drawing the first leg, and Roma draw the second leg after winning the first leg, and Roma are through. So Olympiacos, Benfica, Roma and Valencia. You know who I would like in the semi-finals? I bet you it's Roma. I'd put money on it. I've got Olympiacos. I've lost my money, but I've gained the most favourable semi-final opponent. Just, don't screw that up, Ches. Tomorrow, we will not sit... Oh, hang on. I've got a 4-point lead at the top of the table. Real Madrid have dropped points. Real Madrid have dropped points with 7 games to go in La Liga. 8 games for Real. We have a 4-point advantage. We could do the treble this year. We've got Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final to come in tomorrow's episode. We're in the semi-finals of the Europa League in a favourable tie. And we have a points advantage over Real Madrid. If they win their game in hand, we are still 1 point clear, which is what we need. We need to be above them on points, not on goal difference. Girona 1, Barcelona 0 is a great result for them. Real Madrid still not played that extra game. If we win the treble at Valencia this season, that's unbelievable. Join me tomorrow for a Copa del Rey final and hopefully back-to-back victories in La Liga too. I'll see you then. Don't miss it.